Many of us have been conditioned to believe rest in being, that eternal peace and fulfillment, is a destination attainable through future-oriented endeavors. We are told that we must meditate, practice, understand non-duality, and strive towards these elusive states of being. However, the truth is far simpler, yet more profound than we may realize. If one believes that simply resting in the state of being is an experience, it will lead to a mounting frustration within us. The paradox lies in the fact that while we yearn for this remarkable and refined encounter, we fail to realize that such an encounter will never occur. Stop going in search of it. Being is not something you strive to attain. It is your natural state, eternally present and unchanging. It is the foundation upon which your existence rests, the unshakable stillness that underlies the dance of life. In the depths of being, you encounter a profound sense of tranquility. It is a peace that surpasses all understanding, a peace that radiates from the very fabric of your being. This peace bears no name, for it transcends the limitations of language and conceptualization. It is a nameless name, a formless form, an exquisite experience that defies description. To rest in being is an inherent state of resting in reality and abiding in your quintessence. In this realization, the question shifts from "How can I rest in being?" to "How can I not?" In the depths of our being, we should inquire, what could possibly pull us away from this resting state? What could create the illusion that we are no longer immersed in being? It is the transient nature of my thoughts, judgments, desires, worries, and moods that masquerades as a force capable of disrupting my being. The false psychological assessment that I am separate from being perpetuates this illusion. It is the misplaced belief in a separate, self-contained entity bound by the confines of skin, body, and brain, known as me. The only element responsible for the illusion of non-rest is the phantom of the I sense. This illusory ego can never truly rest in being, for illusions lack the substance to abide anywhere. They flicker and fade, for they are devoid of existence. To rest in being, the key lies in removing the false I from the equation. Self-realization dawns as you recognize the illusion of the individual ego, unveiling the truth that there is only one being united, whole, and undivided. In this revelation, the question of how to rest in being dissolves, for being resting in itself is all that truly exists. Instead of using the false I to seek being and how to rest in it, utilize your primordial peace within being to examine the ways in which the ego asserts its false self. Turn your attention inward and ask, what is this illusory I that incessantly gives rise to thoughts, judgments, desires, worries, activities, and behaviors that seemingly prove I am not resting in being? With unwavering vigilance, become aware of the ways in which this phantom ego deceives you, creating a semblance of non-rest. Cultivate a keen observation of silent being, pure awareness itself. Enter into the realm of silence, perhaps through meditation, and witness the rise and fall of the ego's incessant noise. Notice how it dances upon the stage of your consciousness, while the static peace of your true being remains unaltered, an oasis of ease. There is a parable that reminded me of this. There are these two young fish swimming along, and they happen to meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" And the two young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What the hell is water?" The point of the fish story is merely that the most obvious, important realities are often the ones that are hardest to see. In this case, the water is the eternal peace, the enlightenment you're constantly looking for. It is already there, in the present moment, just like water is for the two fish who, however, are unaware of it. It is essential to recognize that our journey is not about trying to forcefully control or discipline the mind. It is about cultivating an awareness of our true nature beyond the fluctuations of thoughts and emotions. By resting in being, we allow the mind to settle into its natural state of tranquility. Imagine a clear sky, free from clouds. In the same way, our true nature is like the expansive sky, unobstructed by the passing thoughts and doubts that often cloud our perception. As we rest in being, the clouds disperse, and the inherent clarity and stillness of our mind become more apparent. Now, stop meditating. Stop forcing any situations to come up. Stop playing your ego's favorite game. Stop disciplining your mind. Remember, a quiet mind is not the goal itself, but rather a beautiful outcome of recognizing and embracing our true nature. Being is your primordial, natural state, your static situation. Your peace is already in place. So let go of the struggle to attain a quiet mind as a prerequisite for peace. Instead, surrender to the present moment, embracing the eternal peace that already resides within you. In doing so, you will find that the mind naturally settles, and a deep sense of tranquility emerges effortlessly. To embark on this discovery, we are asked to surrender all the possible notions. The notion of separation or non-duality, all the notions learned by our teachers. We have to let go of the labels and judgments that we have accumulated throughout our lives, those rigid concepts that attempt to confine the vastness of existence into neat little boxes. By doing that, we relinquish the burden of defining ourselves and the world around us. We set aside the stories we have woven, the narratives that have shaped our understanding of who we think we are. With open hands and a humble heart, we step into the realm of pure being. We transcend the limitations of linear time, leaving behind the weight of regrets, expectations, and attachments. We immerse ourselves in the present moment. Grant yourself a respite, a precious pause amidst the business of life's demands. You see, you now come to realize that the elusive treasure you have tirelessly sought for years has quietly awaited your attention, patiently residing in the depths of your being. It is not a grand spectacle to proclaim or a remarkable tale to share with others. Instead, it is just your true self. Has always been there in the background of your existence. So, dear viewer, as we part ways for now, I invite you to carry this truth with you. You are already resting in peace, and now you know it. Let nothing disturb your peace.